Morning to all of you. In today's video, I am going to describe a poem on killing a tree by Gieve Patel. Have you ever heard of the term deforestation? What do you understand about deforestation? Discuss in the class. Do you support deforestation? By deforestation means cutting of the trees. Or do you support it? No, because oxygen that we need for survival to live in this world, or for all the living organisms in this world. Without oxygen, we cannot live at all. Oxygen is the only life-supporting gas that kept the entire world alive. So, to go against trees, or to cut down the trees, or deforestation is not a good word to accept. And this actually means that those who cut down the trees are not only harming the trees, they are harming the existence of human beings or living beings. This is why it is not good to kill the trees. And what should I say? And this is a very one of the finest poems, Though you may think that it's a negative, what can be done to kill a tree. This poem is talking about how to kill a tree, but this is not actually what he means to say. Actually, he wants us to understand how important it is to save the trees, to save the earth, to save the humanity, to save life on earth. Understood? Let's read the poem. It takes much time to kill a tree, not a simple jab of the knife will do it. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous side, sprouting leaves. It takes much time. You cannot kill a tree. It takes much time to kill a tree. Understood? It takes much time to kill a tree. Not a simple job of a knife, not a simple jab, blow of a knife will do it, can cut down a tree or can kill a tree. Why? It is because it has grown slowly, consuming the earth. It has grown up consuming the earth. Of course, we all consume the earth because we need different mineral resources for the growth and development of our body. Understood? Similarly, the trees also need them. Consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust. Rising out of it, rising out of the earth, and feeding upon its crust. And it fed upon the crust of the earth, the outer layer of the earth. Feeding upon its crust. I told you, like mineral resources and all this that are important for the growth of our body. Similarly, trees also, as a living being, trees also are alive. And Acharya Jagadish Chandra Bose discovered the life of a tree. The trees are also alive like the human beings. Upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight. Trees also need sunlight like us. We also need sunlight for survival. Like vitamin D is very important for us. Air, water, and out of its leprous hide, sprouting leaves. And years of sunlight. Do you get it? It needs. We have learned that trees make their food in presence of sunlight, air, and water absorbed from under the earth. Understood? Mineral water, and that is called photosynthesis. We have learned, right, in our science book. So years of sunlight, water, and out of its leprous side, sprouting leaves. And you can see sprouting leaves comes out of its leprous side. Leprous means it talks about leprosy patients. Those who have leprosy. Do you get it? You can see out of its leprous side, sprouting leaves. You can see leaves comes out of the leprous hide. Hide means bark of the trees. Understood? And the bark of the trees look like the leprosy. Understood? On the skins of the leprosy patients. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do. If you cut and chop the big, very strong blow and chop, cutting, cut and chop. Understood? Chopping means cutting. If it is stronger one, then that is hack. Hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. However hard you may try to cut down the trees. Understood? If the jab is stronger than the one, like the one when you cut, the blows, after blows, and however hard you may try to cut down the trees, you cannot, because this alone won't do it. Not much pain will do it. Not so much pain will do it. However, like if you make the tree suffer pain, by cutting down, if I cut down your hand, understood, chop your hand, won't you feel pain? You can feel pain. Similarly, the trees can also feel pain. Not so much pain will do it. However, maybe you may give pain to the tree by cutting it down, but it won't, it is of no importance. Not so much pain will do it. The bleeding bark will heal from close to the ground. Bleeding bark will heal from close to the ground. Bleeding bark means if you are cutting down the tree, the like the blood in our body, we bleed. Why? If you cut down my finger, the blood will like ooze from the wound. Understood or not? From the cut area, right? Similarly, if you cut down the tree, the tree will also be bleeding. The bleeding bark, the barks will also be bleeding. The bleeding bark will heal. The bark that is bleeding will heal. Understood? And from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs. Understood? And from close to the ground, if you look at the bottom of the tree, you can see from close to the ground, what can you see? Will rise curled green twigs. It means some twigs, leaves can be found growing. Where? Or miniature boughs. Understood? You can see some other, twigs. Twigs means some branches. Understood? Where from will they grow? They will be growing from curled. They are curled like this, curled. If my hair can be curled, curly hair. Will rise curled green twigs. They will be found growing from. If you look from close to the ground, if you look at the bottom of the trees, then you can see the curled green twigs growing. Miniature boughs, which, if unchecked, will expand again to its former size. It means if you cut down the trees and you think it has died, even if you cut into two halves, understood, leave it, it will grow, and actually you will see the curled twigs growing again, and it will take its former size. It will come to its, which if unchecked will expand to its former size. The size it was, it will again grow into what it was earlier. Understood? Do you get me what I'm saying? No, the root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. Anchoring earth means, the sheep, the boat sometimes get anchored. Understood? They cannot move. Naturally, in the same way, the trees actually get anchored with their roots in the earth. Understood? Earth also help them to anchor. Understood? Like they catch hold onto the earth with the help of the roots. So, no, the root is to be pulled out. If you want to cut down the trees, the root is to be pulled out. If you don't take out the root from under the earth, it will not die. The root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. Out of the anchoring earth means the tree that is anchored. Understood? If it is not detached from the earth, the tree, you can't imagine, or you can't think of killing the tree. That you cannot imagine the tree dying. Understood? Unless and until you take it out of the earth, out of the anchoring earth, the person, the shelter giver. Understood? It is to be roped, tied, and pulled out, snapped out, or pulled out entirely. It means if you want to kill a tree, it must be snapped out of the earth, taken out of the earth, pulled out of the earth, roped out of the earth. Roped out means with the help of a rope, you pull it out. Understood? Naturally, all the roots will come out of the earth. Out from the earth cave. Earth cave means there is a cave, little cave. If you take out a tree, there will be a cave like. Understood? There will be a cave in the place where the roots were inside. Understood? You can see a cave. The moment you take out the root, understood? Maybe if you pull out a plant, you can see the cave will be made due to the absence of the tree in the place where it was earlier. Understood? So, here what the poet is wanting to say is the strength of the tree exposed. If you pull out the tree from under the earth, what will be earth cave will be found there in the place where the tree was, and the strength of the tree will be exposed. At that time, the strength of the tree will be exposed. Exposed, where will it be? The source. What was the source? The source, white and wet. What was the source? The root, white and wet. What was the source of strength for the tree? What was the source of the existence of the tree? Its root. And what is the color of the root? White and wet. It is also wet because it was under the tree, and it was also supplying the mineral water to the tree. That's why it was the source of the life of tree is white in color, that is roots, and it is also wet, watery. The most sensitive, hidden for years inside the earth. It was the most sensitive part of the tree's body, hidden inside the earth. It was hidden inside the earth. For how long? For years. Understood? What is the most sensitive part hidden for years inside the earth? The roots. If you are asked a question, what is the most sensitive part of a tree hidden for years from under the earth? It is the root. Then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and air, browning and hardening, twisting and weathering, then it is done. Then the matter of scorching, there will be matter of scorching. It will be drying up, and choking, where? In sun and air. Both the air and the sun will dry up. What? In presence of the air and sunlight, the roots will dry up, isn't it? And what? And a new color, browning. It means the root, the color of the root will turn brown. Understood? Earlier, when it was taken out of the earth, it was white in color. Now, due to the presence of sunlight, due to the fall of sunlight on the root, understood, it will turn brown. And weathering, due to the air, presence of air that will be touching the pulled out root, it will be weathering. Understood? And then it is done. And this is how the cutting down or the death of the tree will be complete. Understood? This is how the tree can be killed. So actually, in this poem, the poet wants to say that Gieve Patel is not supporting the killing of the tree. Rather, he wants us to plant more trees, save life, plant trees and save life. This is the message given through the poem on killing a tree by Gieve Patel. If you have liked my video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye.